we're here to talk about Memorial Drive Christian Church, which is now Open Door Christian Church. When we were Memorial Drive, we were losing members, and we had a huge building, and financially we could not afford to keep the building, so we ended up selling the building. And right before we sold the building, Danny contacted me, and we were kind of floundering on what to do next. We knew we wanted to stay together as a church, and so we met together as the board and decided to go with Danny and see where it led us. And we are so grateful and thankful to God that He put Danny in our presence, because it gave us a purpose, it gave us hope, and that's where we are right now. We're meeting together in small groups, learning about what it means to be a mission church.
One of the things I'd like to say is that through this entire process, the movement of the Holy Spirit has been evident. One of my favorite things to say is, well, you know, we worship a God of coincidence. Things just happen to fall in place when you're in line with what God's mission is. And so, just coincidentally, Danny dropped in at the very moment that we were floundering just a touch. We had been through this other process, and yet people were not sure of where we were going. There are people who still don't understand where we're going. In fact, frankly, there are days that we don't understand where we're going, but we are open to the leading of the Spirit. And it's an exciting journey. And Danny is such an encourager that just calm down. It's going to be okay. That God will not take us to a place where we cannot serve. And the whole idea of becoming something new is very appealing in the midst of giving up what was old. That connection with you all has been magnificent. Not to mention the fact that we know how you support Danny, and you understand spiritual gifts, and he's doing what his spiritual gifts lead him to do, and we're the marvelous recipients of the fruits of that. So our connection with you is near and dear to our hearts. I think that I would like to say to Central Christian Church and the leadership therein, the elders, the leaders of the church, the musicians, the people who put books together. You know, I began to make a list in my head about, and on paper actually, about all the ways that you have influenced us. And I know that somebody puts those booklets together about the 7 elements. I know somebody sat down and figured out what should be in that. And everything that you've done has come full circle, and we're using every ounce of energy that you put into it, and we are grateful.
I would just like to say that you are helping another church to live, because I don't think we would have survived if it had not been for Central Christian Church.